seeding stage for NLC Spring 2025 is over, and as your professor, let's take a look and see which teams are the teacher's pet and who's getting held back. Our star student is unsurprisingly none other than Los Ratones. They have not dropped a beat from their EMEA Masters win. They've come through here in NLC Spring and just demolished everyone. Takes them on average 25 minutes to win. Reckless is deathless. Yeah, these guys A++++. They're very good. Bulldog have also shown us some fantastic League of Legends, and they deserve some praise. Once they got their warm-up game out of the way, they went undefeated for the rest of the seeding stage. Exofeng specifically has looked hella scary, almost 30% damage share as an ADC. My, how far we've come from me giving Bulldog a D. This time, they're getting an A. Just below Bulldog, we're siding in green with Verdant. Another 3-1 team. They only lost to Los Ratones, beat everyone else. There is an asterisk there because outside Los Ratones, Group A doesn't look too hot. And also, they probably shoulda lost to Venom Crest. Still, they do have a 3-1, but moving into playoffs, I'm going to give them an A-. Nord came into this split with very high expectations, and in the first week of seeding, they completely bombed out. 0-2. Since then, however, they have not dropped a game. Moving into playoffs, they're certainly a team to watch, but it's kind of difficult to judge them accurately because they've been using a sub in mid lane this whole time. To be honest, Zwairu, their mid lane sub for week 2 and tiebreakers, was their best player. A lot of question marks for the Nord faithful, but their showing definitely warrants another A-. The Ruddy Sack had lots of ups and downs in seeding stage. They started out well, 2-0, and then kind of teetered off week 2 and in the tiebreakers. But I've seen a lot of good stuff out of them. Natty Nat is complete psycho. Peng has been surprisingly good. Marlon's played 6 games with 6 different champions. I'm kind of high on this Ruddy Sack roster. They're getting a B. Underneath the Sack, we have Venom Crest. Group A looks kind of weak. They only beat not so good teams in Chaos and Rich Gang. However, I do still see potential in this roster. Corbe's been fantastic. Definitely a team to keep your eyes on. They're going to get a C+ from me. Next, we have DMG. I'm not really too sure what to make of this student. They show flashes of being the DMG of old. Dandem, their jungler, has looked really good. I think their solo laners still have a lot to prove, though. They're going to get a C. Let's move on to Lightside now, who didn't have the greatest winter and have started things off pretty slow here in spring as well. They've not had the easiest competition. They've looked fairly lost versus Nord and Ruddy, but quite good against DMG and Bulldog. Seeing as they came in last place in their group, they're in the losers bracket. They don't have a lot of time to figure it out. See whether they can put it out in playoffs, but for now, D+. Move on to Chaos here. They've looked pretty disjointed, absolutely not on the same page just yet. Individually, I think they're quite talented players, and they do have 4 Danes. So if synergy's a problem, that might help them figure it out. But it's ironically their only non-Dane, Zoiran, the Czech mid laner, who has been by far and away their best player. Fortunately, they only picked up 1 victory, and it's to the team that we're going to talk about next. Chaos get a D. And rounding out the bottom of our class, sitting in the corner eating glue, it's Rich Gang. From undefeated in the seeding stage of winter to unvictoried in the seeding stage of spring. If I say too much, I'll be in trouble. They're 0-4, which kind of summarizes it quite nicely. But their jungler, their French jungler Renewal, he's looked really good. He has an exceptionally aggressive playstyle too. He's one of the more fun players in the NLC to watch. Rich Gang, you're getting an F. The NLC Spring Playoffs starts on the 16th of April, Wednesday, 5 PM CEST with Los Ratones versus DMG. Be there.